All rise. Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Friday, number 21 day for this month of January 2021. This one is a special edition for my podcast, An Open Trial, Public Court, the hearing for the assassination of the son of Buchi, from TERRENCE, ATANGA, where be killed by the forces of General Okuru. The people, the way they be order me then kill this chief. Now they pinning people them for Moa. Now the village for Taka, Milton Taka, the Taka's family, because they get problem. They be killed, talk to me then kill this chief because of they be talking a black leg way be create on group where they call them Isakaba. So for upon this case, you know Fijo we call accuse people them for anything, because as we know very well, Milton Taka it don't make out a statement, it try for insult me, try for raise question, talk about say I manipulate, but you know talk with you manipulate them, so we'll just ignore them. Because guilty people they always try for divert people for the facts of the matter, but we'll go focus on the facts. His brother also when the chief with the talks and chief of Moa, he to that make statement them. He act the same like a guilty person, but I will go focus for the case. I no get no interest for this case personally. I follow this case because as the deputy defense chief of the ADF, this chief of Buchi, he be trust me and he be provide me this information. Now we don't kill, we get an obligation for tell the war what exactly it happened. For accuse somebody, you must look first into probable cause. If the person, there is reason of suspicion, say that person if he don't commit a crime, and you also look about the motive. Wait if you push that person he commit crime, because every crime get a reason why people then commit a crime. So you must look whether there is a reason for substantiate them. Why will the Taka family want this phone to die? So we'll go start for day and then I go provide the evidence as we go for the other things then. The first thing, na say, the chief for Buchi, Chief Atanga TERRENCE, where they don't kill he be the contest the Taka family, where they talk say that them being a chief also for inside the village for Pinyin, where they call and say Moa. Normally, people that used to commit crime now because they lack something, they want cover up something, or they want take something where it not belongs to them. Now most of the reason that way people that they commit crime. So why will somebody think that the Takas will want this phone to die? It is very simple. The Takas family they claim say them being a chief for this village where they call and say Moa. But it be impossible and a complete wrong thing, because even the court judgment where Papa be take the former chief of Buchi go down for court, it shows say they be there inform the Milton, the Taka's family say the father of Milton Taka is not a Pinning man. He is not even an Ambazonian. So the father of Milton Taka, the Takas are settlers who came into Ambazonia from Babaju. Now the exact village that way they come for Babaju. Babaju idena for La Republique land. It be close to Santa and Matanzeng border day between East Cameroon and West Cameroon in those time. So now people they become for they like settlers them. Some of the Takas them they don't cross go back for their villages them. So the Milton Taka, he papa he claim say he been a chief, he be done be judged already, he be done be adjudicated for court be done tell and say it be impossible because say they not been Ambojorinas them, they not been original people for inside Pinyin. After so they not be Milton Taka and his brother, they not actually been a Ambazonian by birth. They are not original, they are not Ambazonians by birth. So they always see this type of people. I'll just drop this one for day. When I always see this type of Pinyin, people that they don't get money anyhow. Some people they refuse say na miongo. When they see tongue two people them, they wake up build house with the just push na truck or drive Benzikin. No be say they walk past we. Now because La Republic they strategically they empower them with their Njangi houses, they provide them loan for their credit union them more than our own because they want me them be influential within our community them for divert us. Because once you have attachment in another place, you know that you were born, your blood come from another place. There are certain concessions that you will make that somebody originally from that land will not make. That's why you see the Milton Takas are in this type of politics. That's why you see John Gufoncha was making certain concessions that does not look right to a reasonable Ambazonians. So we have to be very careful. If the Americans was investigating if Obama was born in Kenya or not, that is to show you that it matters where your blood come from. So Milton Taka and his brother are not Ambazonian by blood. Their father was a paper citizen of Ambazonia. So their claim to be a chief in Mua was wrong and had been adjudicated. The court had told their father that he is not a chief. He can only be a quarterhead under the chief of Buchi. So when they listen to me, the people of Pinyin should know this fact that the old days of lies and manipulation and intimidation is over. Everybody in Pinyin, hear me very well. The Taka family is not from Pinyin. There cannot be a fon. There cannot be a chief in Pinyin. This is not just my opinion. I'm saying what the court had already decided, and it is in line with our tradition. So Milton Takas, they have to accept this fact and not commit murder in order to take something that does not belong to them. All the chiefdoms and fondoms in our country have been well documented in the Southern Cameroon government. So La Republic cannot be manipulating people, or people cannot be using money to manipulate the systems. So the Taka, he be married for Wala, the Wala's family, Wala Sangang family. So now that marriage will make him be declared himself as a chief. And the land where they give them for that Mawa, the land where they give them mid and settle. They don't have any traditional land or rights to forests in Pinyin. These are facts, and Milton should accept that these are facts. Have there been a history of this conflict? Today, he's calling the chief of Buchi now that he's his brother. Did they have conflict? Let me play audio from one our official who can testify of this conflict, as many people have already from South Africa.
Buchi, precisely. It not been a secret, although I don't really know the detail. Johannesburg where they install Taka meet a small border, they call Milton Winston Taka as a chief for Mua, as well that they claim say Mua, where Mua na just a quarter inside the village of Buchi. Now their papa be start this thing, bring problems. So they every as well the fund explain them. So they tell their papa they die. They put Milton a small border like chop chair, no be like chief. But now them they turn them, they use politics, as well they get influence of their community, they turn them now into say he be king of Mua. So it caused a lot of problem within the Pini community inside Johannesburg. First, they get one of the largest Ambazonia population inside Johannesburg and Cape Town. It caused a lot of problem. And secondly, the kingmakers, the 7 kingmakers, for the whole Pini, when then the crown fund, they no be ever endorse them. I be big Johannesburg that way they be the install as chief for a house day, for a mate in the house, for a big brother house day. They no be ever endorse it because serious problem. So some people they decide with the Taka's family because they get small influence, while others the way they know the truth, they never ever accept them. And so today they no go ever call that Milton Taka is more as a chief. Although it parade itself. So a lot of problem be there. And I feel talk say to a certain degree, let's say 60%, I feel agree say the Taka's family they get a hand for this funny die, because they don't do a lot of things that don't happen for Pini that Buchi when then they don't cause am. I know the Pini person, but I deal with Pini people. They know the story. They were there. They be talking for job back there. Every in third day, in third two, na person don't deal with Pini people. They were he go know this thing because of this chieftaincy issue where they fight them.
So that conflict exists. You know, we just be in a conflict of their parents them, but it be continue with the Taka's family. How it be they play physically.
Amen. For South Africa, where they organize them every year, they gather the association PDO, Pini Development, Pini Development Organization, where the Milton is more brother personally because the tournament they be organized in the form of the various villages where they form the whole Pini. You get Buchi, you get Kwang, you get Makon, you get Ngali, you get the other. They did about them 5. That Taka meeting is more that personally create another meeting for Johannesburg because problem they create the same one na village opinion. They begin serious problems. Something they send delegation from Pini come South Africa for to solve that matter. In no still here. So as well inside Johannesburg, they be one of the richest them. They get greater influence around their Pini community. So they be allowed to succumb to the pressure from them. So that tournament they go so they create another football team, create another quarter same one. When I be the sponsor.
So they be the use money and their influence for push their chieftaincy against the anger of the chief of Buchi when I be the phone. So for the fifth, I think around the first week of February 2021, the chief of Buchi he be contact me for tell me say the Taka's family they want come for can support some healthcare center where they for they call an more health center. They want for bring money for the present ye like a chief. They want use and like a way for present ye for the population like a chief. No be only chief baby the call itself now even king. Like a king for the people in that village, it be being misleading. So the chief, it be the challenge him, it be try for stop him. They be hire people them. They be hire one person in name be na Pen Joseph. You be get Ayim, Alfred Ayim. You be get Mbu Annette. Now the people in that way they be hired. They meet them can stand for push the agenda for the Takas them. Meaning come for the. I go play the audio for the chief. Make una hear the communication way be sending for me about this particular incident. How he be the oppose them, how he be the struggle for stop them. Now the obstacle then this way this chief will be for the Takas.
So there's some problem where I get them. You see, this man where they call himself say king of Moa over here. So this Moa where they call him a village in Pini clan. This Moa na one quarter from my village. So this man na impostor. This man in South Africa, he impose himself like chief for this quarter. So when my father died alive, this man may get serious problems. So they may go last end for court. Unfortunately, this man can die. The case end like that. So this man is picking the South Africa. They call it Taka. This man now, he impose himself like chief. This man then in South Africa, he impose himself like chief. But inside the village, he cause atrocity. Because get the own people into where then he follow for it back. So the case be there for court. And I get document and where it shows where them be write and say, you know, we be chief, say chief na inheritary. You inherit from your forefathers. You know, we just woke up one day, claim yourself like a chief, but this man is still doing. So if you see this thing right and they call this quarter say a village. And how if he stop these activities where they get for carrying out on the 5th, 6th and 7th of February.
So that way this chief, if you bring this thing for my table, like how way people they always bring cases then for me, I tell you say you be chief, you need to work now you one. Call your quarter head them, call the youth leader them, tell them, me then tell the Taka say it is so you know if you come for village here like chief, for can do this type of program, you know if you put your name there like chief, be transparent, confront them. Because you know if you use force, you know if you go for La Republic, the force is the way they be there for they know if you give justice for ye. So now my advisor became. So now cases were done the follow up. The next time the youth people the way then call for stand up or talk for them, that way then talk, the tackers them send na picture for that for this youth president where they don't draw cross with head. I go send up asami gonna see him. The youth president na Wala Emmanuel. They send those things of outside. I get them from soldier. We send them for me. Say na black leg this way. They don't say this boy na black leg. They work na for ATANGA pour them. So I take them also. I ask the chief as I ask many other people them for the how this boy na black leg or not, because we always make sure say if person the one so that the one take action for some person, more verify the information whether it be a true one or not. So no be thing would doubt them. Now the chief he respond this about this picture.
This guy no be black leg. This boy no be black leg. If the man the right and say CPDM, we hear this guy joins CPDM. And first of all, people then doing that CPDM they stay center for village then why he won't be special? Because first he no be CPDM with Red Cross for a year, so now my president for development association from my village. It just you don't want to see they don't make this thing center for media against. They don't really make this incident for media from South Africa, because it shows that they forward this picture from South Africa. It shows say.
So now here, now the chief the talk say then send these pictures where they don't draw the boy across the head right and say be black leg. Now from South Africa, no be me talk as the Milton Taka and the brother go and make una feel say Capo Daniel the manufacture thing. Now the chief the talk, now he did the talk. If he the talk, that means say the person where he send them for he don't show ye. Because they want a conversation with the reported speech, say come over South Africa. So now he na testimony this from the chief from his own mouth. And remember, say me too, I get that picture from a soldier. So the intent where they be send those picture now prove say that he used forces them for go after people the way they get problem with them.
Person and call it Taka. This person won't be a chief from a village. So he oppose and the whole village oppose, the entire village oppose, because this guy is the president of the Development Association. So what all you see I'm saying now this guy for South Africa don't make this picture, do all these things, so send them for media.
So now the chief that he don't talk, say now the Taka then send this thing from South Africa because of Waity. This boy they oppose them, people of the village they oppose them, saying they no fit be chief. So now the reason that's the motive. So there are other substantial evidence who I already want put out, and I want this one for B also just for R&D, so that me people that know say they be use the whole that their structure way that they're undercover structure way they call it their LGA. If you notice on the CC them, they need to come out for talk about this structure. But na structure way they already put they build them on the ground. For they and they need one take ownership for talks and get this structure because they use them for this kind of thing. I'll play this audio now. One of the members them for the audio for that group where he too I be done explain for say this chief the work would we this chief na good man, even though he meet up with some of these people them he work would we he talks say no na lie that chief na a black leg. So na listen.
Heroes black leg. So no matter which way they tell you, oh na say just one cover yourself. That form of homophobia first be wanted by we guys. So if any man they associate with the pretend again, no need. If you not be.
So I'll not go play all. I'll go keep things the way be classified. Me be classified as they intimidate people them for village already. So now the truth this way be. Me they know say they will never hide this one. If they be done the one before, they will never hide this one from this murder where they don't order them, where they don't instigate them, and they don't finance them. So una dan here, the Taka them get motive and we get reasonable, we get a probable cause for make that reasonable suspicion on them. And before this other side be very classified where no things I won't go inside. But even though General Koro, they don't talk, I don't know what they talk for you or not, but it don't make audio. It talks in a soldier they be key. There's a soldier they be key that chief. Say na me Capo Dania be send money. Me them key the chief. I think say that one all everybody know that it's just a lie. That is lame. Probably na see the influence of the Milton them. Who go fit talk me a general like that one go make that lie. Anyway, I go still play that audio me gonna hear.
From Okoro the talk, there one come back. It should say, "Fun of Buchi don't die." Wait, it should say that Capo Daniel don't pay 2 of my boys. The kid that man, I don't catch.
So now the audio that I think say our people they know better now and they don't grow in this struggle. A time be where any thief man, any criminal for this struggle, the way he defend himself now say when he do some bad thing, you catch he go do accuse you. So that way one talk do talks in an infight una to they argue. But I think say our people then be capable for intellectually dissect things them and make their proper conclusion. These are just lies. General Kuro, he will tell me before he want catch that chief, say the catch that chief, their operation as me then kill the chief. He be talk am. The LGA people then too they be talk am, and they be very angry when we be instead decide for take that chief go judge and a judge am. I be done ask key plenty time why we not want kill the chief. They talk say na black leg. He be done upon the group they call him a Sakaba. He come out also from South Africa. I think say the fact say they never come out for can still defend them say this chief na black like it show say the chief will be na innocent. They don't take away na innocent life. Because if the chief will be na black leg, they would know for the hide them. Because we self would not talk. Say any chief in a black leg, me then judge them, he be guilty, me then execute them. Any chief in a enabler, we don't go join la Republic for inside that kangaroo's house, me then finish them. That why we don't talk. So me all them here, me then put them for their brain. We need to fear no man. For Ambazonia, we are ready for everything. But what we will not do is take away innocent life. We will never allow murderers to do it in the name of Ambazonia. Take note of that. That is a line we will not allow to be crossed in front of our eyes. There are a lot of substantial proofs so for people put for now, including testimony for soldier them. Unfortunately, I cannot because of the safety of our soldier them. We pray for all them, may all them be strong, and may all them do the right thing. When I hear again, once again, these are not allegations or story that Capo Daniel have made, like Milton Taka want to use as an excuse. No, these are real things that have happened, and these people have killed this man for nothing. So the next time Milton Taka and a younger brother come to talk about Capo Daniel, this Capo Daniel that, tell him to answer the basic questions. Number 1, is your father a settler? Are you people, your bloodline, are you people settler in Ambazonia, or you are Ambazonia, natural Ambazonia by blood? Number 2, did you have a conflict with this chief because he was objecting that you are not a chief, just like his father was? Number 3, did you people accuse this chief of being the creator of a Sakaba that led to the death of Ambazonia fighters? They did so. They used their LGA to do so. I don't need to put out the number of the members of that the LGA who are involved. They instructed General Koro to take out this chief. General Koro take the chief, hand him for ADF for execution. Who decide for judge the chief, who find him not guilty, who then release the chief. They don't see push those boy them, may they can kill this chief, and then they do one lie on top. So make all man know, say this one are the facts. This is just the truth. And we need for talk to speak the truth. Even the lie where the angle probably make Toxemi Okoro make a fake audio for a lies for Toxin and me Capo Dania saying about a baby in a million killed the phone. I think everybody way the reason would know say that one I just lie. If actually I want kill the phone, why I not be talking million kill it and wait for under ADF custody? Why I go to work with ye from the audio them? I think every reasonable person could know say that is just a lie. So make the Taka family face the reality and make the Pinning people face the reality. And they just speak barely put out way the chief will be done put them for we as an institution because he trusts we. And if they be killed, if he say they go hide them, the truth is out there. The fact that they never address any specific allegation when the chief is to be make them, they try and have a raise other issue for attack the messenger. So that me people they ignore the message. But I think by now everybody knows exactly what happened. Those era of darkness, that pass Ambazonia. The time when people they be the chop people for which they still be accepted for society, that pass. The Milton Taka I think say a character trait, as even for South Africa he call himself now His Excellency. So it no be doubtful say such power mongers and people who are suffering from peacock syndrome, as Carson and Nyangwe will put it, will be behaving the way they are behaving. So God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. And that is it. And if they come out again to try to lie or to distort or to try to divert attention to facts as stated by this phone, it will only push me to bring out irrefutable proofs. Those boys then kill the chief. Where the come for Milton and them. You don't come carry 200,000 for go meet them. In Chinda they know. They be done cash send message for if through in Chinda them as soon as we done hear high be talk. I will end with this word from the chief.
To be go for Pininde. Okoro see that man not to be tell that man not to be. So me can tell me say any place where they see me they go shoot me.